Hey, hello, I am Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Team Riserfall to talk about some Beasties Boomers for Wednesday, August 3rd. And boy, oh boy, do we have a juicy slate. We have a chance to maybe stack up the Juan Soto led San Diego Padres. I've been thinking of that line, and I've been thinking about this stack since last night or even in the afternoon when the trade went through. Brandon Drury is now a Padre. Even Josh Bell is now a Padre. So to be fair, there's only one way to go here today when we stack it up. So you already know what it is. Before we get into the stacks tool and the batter matchups and all that, make sure you go to the website, use promo code Beastie. When you get there, you'll get $10 off your first month of premium services, and that includes everything: stacks, cores, private Discord shows. And now that it is August, all the fantasy football stuff is going to be churning out, betting stuff, DFS stuff, and this is where you're going to want to be. So use the promo code Beastie, and you can join me here. You can play along at home as we're going through all the stuff here. So let's bring in the stacks tool. Let's bring in the study hub, and I've already showed you my hand. I've already tipped my hand. I'm all in on San Diego tonight at home against Colorado. Hang tight, and let's bring in all the fun tools. This is going to be a good one, right? Here we are. There is the study hub in all its glory. You know what I'm going to say. Something driver's seat, and right here with the Discord. You can join for free. This video is free. There are premium options. You know the code. You know my name, and we will move on from there. So tonight, as stated in the opening here, I'm all in on the San Diego Padres, given the recent trade of Juan Soto, Josh Bell, and Brandon Drury here. So we're going to have fun. And I look at this one as, actually going back to last night, and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm hopeful that you're nodding and smiling right now. You've had the same kind of situation, the same vibe where you're like, holy smokes, I can't wait to stack up San Diego tomorrow, which is today. So sometimes we get lucky in this writing and broadcasting business where the stuff just creates itself. All I got to do is click some buttons, talk on a microphone, and here we are. But yeah, for sure, I am stacking up San Diego tonight for that reason. Now, I know when we go through some ownership percentages, because I've combed through it, you can scroll over right here. Look at this stuff. It's insane to me. Juan Soto only 2.8, and even Profar 1.8, things along those lines. There's going to be a certain collection of folks that will just fade this game, or not fade the game, but not want to use Juan Soto or Josh Bell, or even don't sleep on Brandon Drury, that there's no way that they've already made the trip to San Diego, and there's no way they're going to be in the lineup tonight. And that is not true. This San Diego organization paid a price for these guys, and they want them in the lineup tonight. So let's roll. Let's talk about the leadoff batter. And again, in my notes differ sometimes from the study hub, and you know what I mean? But it's ultimately up to the bench coach and the manager to kind of put these guys in a spot here. So we're just going to run it down. I love Profar tonight leading off. He is number one leading off here. There you could see 1.8%. His rating is okay. Let's check in on Profar briefly. As you can see, I'm just chomping at the bit to get to Soto. Chomping at the bit to get to Profar, Josh Bell. So there you go with Jerks and Profar. On FanDuel, at least 1.8% ownership. FanDuel tier is a D. Projection tier is a B. His projection, as I said, 9.3%. But if he's going to start leading off or stay leading off here, look at the lineup protection he has after him. Jake Cronenworth, Juan Soto. I mean, this thing is going to get pretty dang good. Okay, let's move on to Soto, and here we go. Juan Soto, we know the pedigree this guy has. He is a stud. And one thing I want to mention here, and I found that shocking, but we'll talk it through. Look at Juan Soto. His DK rating is red, 31.21. And I don't think going out on a limb and saying that's probably the lowest his rating has been on the Riserfall Study Hub since the Study Hub was created here. And I think it's only based on the idea that however the saying goes, is he going to play? Is he not going to play? So to me, Juan Soto makes for a perfect move today. Ownership percentage on DK suggests that a lot of people have already been putting him in their lineups. They're already using him here. Let's check in on Soto on the FanDuel batter matchup here, and we get about the same results. The only thing that is so much sweeter here Again, FanDuel rating, one thing I want to tell you, FanDuel rating and DK rating are the same across the board. Look, 31.21 for Soto, 31.21 for Soto here. That's a little trick of the trade there. When we go across the screen here, Juan Soto, things that stand out to me, how can you not love Juan Soto at 2.8% ownership? That's crazy to me. It's kind of like a use it or lose it move here with Juan Soto. This guy's going to be in the lineup. This guy's going to hit bombs. We know what Soto brings. And in a way, you could pull that card where he was kind of wasting away, toiling away in Washington. And now he goes from the East Coast, in D.C., all the way to the West Coast in beautiful, sunny, gorgeous San Diego. And he's only 23, so it's not like the baseball fire died inside of him. But can we do like a magma? Can we go like supernova with Juan Soto inside of his belly here? And if that's the case, oh my gosh, watch out. You're going to want a piece of Juan Soto. Moving down the list, I like the Manny Machado in the 3 spot on the Study Hub. It has him in 4. Either way, it's all good. You love his rating, 77.11 here. FanDuel projection tier is an A. When we check in on Manny in the DK batter matchup, 77.11. What did I tell you? Beautiful magic trick there. 10.1% ownership. That's all well and good. DK projection tier is an A. Let's go down the list, and I have a little secret here. I recorded this video already, but I didn't hit record on the thing, so I'm trying to remember that the first take is usually normally my best take, so going through it a second time in a time pinch, it's like, damn it, how can you be such a dummy? I know why I was such a dummy. I was so excited last night and into this morning. I already knew when I went to bed last night like a kid on Christmas Eve. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to say, and here we are. And I made just a classic mistake, but we're making it right now. So let's talk about Jake Cronenworth briefly. This kid has been on a tear as well, kind of breaking out, right? He's been up and down, but this season he's finally getting it going. And look at his rating, 75.78. You know, you look at his FanDuel tiers projection, nothing crazy, nothing special, nothing I'm worried about, I should say. And when you get to Cronenworth here rating, same thing per usual, but on FanDuel ownership only 1.5%. So far, I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to stack the absolute hell out of San Diego on FanDuel. On DK, I'm going to pick my spots based on what the contest selection is, because as we go back and look at some of these ownership percentages, and as the day kind of progresses and we get more news and notes, you know, Juan Soto, press conference, holding up his jersey, Juan Soto will play tonight. That will be just bumped up to 20-30%, because there's just no way I'm the only guy that's just like in love with using these guys, you know, fresh off of a trade here. So let's talk about Josh Bell really quick, and I'll get you the heck out of here. Oh, and before we split, you're going to want to hang on to this one, because I got something to say about Eric Hosmer in comparison to Luke Voit, and I'm not happy about it, and Luke Voit shouldn't be happy either, but that's the cost of doing business. You know what I mean? There's Josh Bell all the way down here. Looks to be in the 5th spot, which is all well and good here. When you can have your 5th batter be Josh Bell, X50 home run hitter, here we go. But look at his stuff across the board here on DK. His rating stinks, his value stinks, his tier, everything's an E. It's just like, you know, hands off. I think that's just a product of the computer algorithm or the operator that's doing this stuff. We don't know, right? Josh Bell, same thing with Juan Soto. Is he not? We don't know, but I'm almost certain that Josh Bell will play tonight. Let's tap in to Josh Bell here with the projections, and we'll see what kind of projection we get for Josh Bell as we go down. Let's start with his first name, because there's a lot of folks in the MLB that have Bell in their name. Let's type it out flat, and we see what we get. Boom, there he is. Ownership percentage 1.10%. Unbelievable. I don't care about the value tier being an E or the projection tier being a D. Projection 7.86. I'm telling you right now, this stuff in a way is kind of skewed. I think, because this is their first game with the new team, hopefully here. So it's kind of like a use it or lose it situation here. One more thing I want to say, and that's about Brandon Drury. If you do want to get this kid in your lineup, please do. Brandon Drury's been a bright spot for Cincinnati. He's had a big time career resurgence with Cincinnati. He joins the fold here, and look, all the way, he's stuffed all the way down here. He's going to be in the 2 hole, or is it going to be Juan Soto? But the way Brandon Drury has been playing so far this season, I think he's hit 19 bombs, 20 bombs. I mean, talk about just a beautiful story here, Brandon Drury. And when you look across the board here, No one's going to care. No one's going to own Brandon Drury, but you should. If you watch this video, you should use Brandon Drury in your lineup tonight. Again, let's run this down, bring my face back in here, and we will get the heck out of here. San Diego hosting Colorado at Petco Park. This one is at 9:40 p.m. You're looking at a little 8-mile-an-hour wind going from third to first, 75 degrees and sunny. What else would you expect in San Diego? Let's get out of here. Let's bring the face back in, and I need to talk about Derek Hosmer in relation to Luke Voit really quick. Here we are back at it. Thanks for being here. What a video. What a video. You know what I mean? I'm excited about, baseball and trade deadlines and playoff implications and magic numbers and all that stuff. I'm just a baseball slappy. Same thing could be said for hockey. Before I get into the final score and I get you the heck out of here, make sure you use the promo code BEASTIE. You'll get $10 off your first month of premium services here. And this is the time. This is when you're going to want to use it, right? Because as the month kind of tails on, I don't know what other promotions they're going to run, so why not just use the one that we know, and that's Detroit Beastie. I thank you so much for that. Briefly, Eric Hosmer, he had every right in the world to kind of nix the no trade. Why would you want to go from San Diego to Washington? And he wanted to be a part of San Diego a few years ago and build this thing up and be a winner, and San Diego's a dream destination here, and that's all well and good, but now his decision has kind of screwed over his teammate Luke Voit, who I'm a fan of. And now Luke Voit, as a good guy, as a good baseball player, and just as a good man, has to schlep it all the way to Washington now. And I don't like that. So if I was Luke Voit after the season is over, or if it already happened, I'd be outside Eric Hosmer's house like, you had every right to do what you did, but it fell down on me and you screwed me, and I'm not a fan of that. So I don't know what the heck is going to happen to Eric Hosmer, or if it already did, if they bought him out and he's gone, because there's just no way this clubhouse is going to want to be around Hosmer, although he's a good ball player, but age is going to catch up with this guy. All right, enough with the nonsense. This isn't a talk sports show. This is a DFS show. I think San Diego wins this one 6-2, 7-2 on the strength of their new talent. I mean, what are we doing if we're not going to have fun and project Juan Soto to play well, Josh Bell to play well? Maybe Brandon Drury hits a bomb before Soto and everybody else here. It would not shock me. So before I split, make sure you get to the website. Know the deal. Use promo code BEASTIE, $10 off your first month of premium services. Now is the time. What are you waiting for? Until I see it tomorrow for Wednesday, August 4th already. Be good and be safe, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.